It's Ava Moon, and yes, I'm back. Before we start, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Ethan for stepping in last time. Didn't he do such a great job? I mean, the sound effects. Okay, let's settle in and pick up where we left off. Deep breath, and here we go. Blink, blink. The rhythmic drip of water echoes in the quiet of the rowboat as it drifts further into the night. Mira leans forward, her fingers tracing the damp edges of the stolen papers. The folder still smells faintly of rust and seawater. "Row slower, Jake," she says softly, her voice carrying just enough authority to make him ease up. Creak. The oars groan as they slice through the dark water, leaving ripples that fade into the surrounding mist. Graves shivers, hugging herself tightly. "I can't believe this is happening," she mutters. "They're going to come after us. Do you realize what you've done?" Jake lets out a small laugh, the kind that tries to mask his nervousness. "Saved your life, for starters." Splish splash. He dips the oars again, the boat gliding toward the silhouette of the far shore. "Quiet," Mira says sharply. "We're not safe yet." Ava's voice drops lower, almost a whisper. On the shoreline, the dark forest looms ahead, its trees standing like silent sentinels. The boat crunches softly against the pebbled edge. Crunch, crunch. Mira steps onto the shore, her boots grinding into the gravel. She turns to Jake and Graves. "Stay low. If they're tracking us, this fog might give us some cover, but not for long." Jake pulls the boat further onto the shore with a grunt. Thud. He drops the anchor line, tying it to a tree. "So, where to now, Captain?" Mira doesn't answer immediately. Her eyes are fixed on the horizon, where faint beams of flashlights bounce through the mist, still searching. "We head for the safe house," she says finally, her voice firm. Snap! A twig breaks under her foot as she moves into the trees, signaling the others to follow. The forest closes in around them, its canopy blocking out what little moonlight remains. Rustle, rustle. Leaves whisper with every step they take. Mira keeps her flashlight off, relying on memory and instinct to guide them. Whoo, whoo. An owl calls out, its cry echoing eerily through the woods. "Why do creepy birds always have perfect timing?" Jake mutters under his breath. Mira smirks, but doesn't look back. "Maybe they know you're scared." Jake snorts. "Scared? Please. I'm just heightening my senses." Graves lets out a dry laugh. "Is that what you call it?" Crunch. The sound of Jake tripping over a root interrupts the banter. "Heightened senses, huh?" Mira whispers, trying to suppress a laugh. Okay, let's focus," Jake grumbles, brushing dirt off his hands. They reach a clearing, where a small, weathered cabin comes into view. Its windows are dark, and the door hangs slightly ajar. Creak! The door groans as Mira pushes it open. She sweeps her flashlight inside, revealing a sparse interior. A table, a few chairs, and a cot shoved into one corner. Jake peers in behind her. "Cozy," he says, voice dripping with sarcasm. "Shut the door," Mira says, already scanning the room. Clunk. The door shuts with finality, the sound reverberating in the silence. "Graves," Mira says, gesturing to the table. "Sit. We need answers." Graves hesitates, but eventually lowers herself into the chair. Her hands shake as she pulls a damp paper from the folder, spreading it out on the table. This was supposed to be a research project," she begins, her voice shaky, "a way to revolutionize energy production. But somewhere along the line, someone decided it wasn't enough." Tap, tap, tap. Mira's fingers drum against the edge of the table. "Not enough how?" Graves swallows hard. They turned it into a weapon. Something I didn't sign up for. sudden knock on the door sends a jolt through the room. Mira's hand flies to her pocket, where her knife is hidden. Jake grabs a chair leg, gripping it tightly. The knocking comes again. Thump, thump. Mira. Graves whispers, her voice trembling. Mira raises a finger to her lips, motioning for silence. She steps toward the door, her footsteps barely audible on the wooden floor. Click. She unlocks the door and pulls it open just a crack. A pair of familiar eyes peer back at her,